Here, in Wright State's College of Liberal Arts, we are changing lives. Just listen to what our students are saying.
The class gave me the vocabulary and the rhetoric and the theory, and that's when I knew I'd found my calling. I love my professors. They've become some of the most important people to me. They support me in regards to my learning process, in regards to starting a career.
And it's not just me going to a lecture, listening to a bunch of information, and then leaving. It's really active learning. Here, it's more about collaborative learning.
Actually how to research subjects and how to research material. Looking at it from a bigger picture, you can understand problems with more depth, with more detail, and be able to see where the real solutions lie.
I had a service learning class, and one of the places I worked was a homeless shelter and helped tutor young children after their school. I look at the world a lot differently now.
My writing skills have only grown exponentially since I started. Our job is to ask questions that have never been asked before and find sources that have never been used before.
Public speaking. We've been told to do so many presentations that we've kind of had to cultivate those skills. Because of the diversity here, I've become a lot more open-minded of an individual. I would love to work in a field of diplomacy, and I'd also like to work with human rights.
I wanted to learn as much as I could about who I am and where I come from. And that's not something oftentimes that a person gets in the regular standard education, because what I really want to be able to do is not just teach at the university level when my studies are done, but also have my own independent school.
Coming to Wright State is such a diverse experience and really opens your eyes to a wider view of the world and how you fit in.
My critical thinking has definitely gotten a lot better since coming to college here at Wright State. I had to write a 20-page paper, and at first I was completely horrified, but I was actually able to do it, and that was probably one of the proudest accomplishments that I've ever had.
They're well prepared to deal with the whole student, whether you're traditional or non-traditional. It doesn't matter about your age group, what your aspiration, but they leave you with a sense of having a deeper responsibility after education to give back to your community.
You learn a lot about research, and my public speaking and my writing skills have dramatically improved. I want to do something in public service because I really want to give back to my community, both the disabled and non-disabled. Wright State University has been a wonderful place to go to school.
Growing up, I lived a life of children's services. I grew up in foster care. People often assume that those kids are automatically juvenile delinquents. And so, me coming from a foster care with no criminal history, I kind of want to help these kids that are, virtually helpless.
I'm more open to exploring different areas of the world, exploring those lifestyles and cultures. I feel like I can relate on a human level with people more now that I've studied here. I can't wait to walk down that aisle with my cap and gown and say, I did it, I'm a Wright State graduate.